Hello there. Hopefully people can hear me. Hopefully that's all working. In which case, good evening everybody. Cool, thanks Jello. Well, good evening. Welcome to stream number 2. Technically stream number 3. We'll just probably stop counting them because that's too much like hard work. If I sound a bit croaky, it's because I'm coming off the back of a cold that I picked up while I was in Disneyland. Basically, kids licking rides is probably not a good combination. So yeah, I'm going to try not to cough down the microphone, which will be pleasant, I'm sure, for everybody concerned. Oh, I really hope it isn't the Rona. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just cold. Maybe it's just kids licking rides. Maybe I'm pretty sure I don't get hay fever. Maybe I'm getting hay fever. I'm just going to take all the medication and hope for the best. So, hello, good evening. I just realised I got a shout out from me, which is lovely. I imagine they probably like, oh, James has gone live. Why is James on live? Well, surprise, surprise. I had planned to do this a little bit earlier. As usual, I got caught with doing something at work. So, yeah, a bit later than I thought I was going to be. Not that I even have a schedule for when I'm going to do these things. But, yeah. So, I hope everybody's well. Obviously, I saw you yesterday when you were streaming Jello. Hope you're feeling better, because you weren't feeling so great yesterday, were you? And Cloco, it's lovely to see you. I hope you are also well. So yeah, we're back to playing a bit more of Remember Me. Do I do a recap? Can I even remember what happened? Basically, we played Chapter 0, which is introduction to the game, and a little bit of the gameplay for that. Basically, we've been locked in the Bastille, having our memory wiped, and we managed to escape, and we're now trying to make our way to get our memory back. Basically, the point of this game is to remember things, and obviously we've forgotten them as a result of the stuff that happened in Chapter 0, and we're on our way to try and figure out a bit more about who we are and what we did. Hi Ben, nice to see you, hope you're well. So yeah, I'm probably going to jump straight back into it. I have a feeling when I finished stream last time, I thought we're going to end up with the cutscene again that we finished. It's not necessarily a bad thing, because it'll give us an introduction to one of the characters that we're going to do a little bit more with for the first part of this game. And then we're hopefully going to get into one of the new parts, which people that have played the first Life is Strange before will probably recognise. So yeah, let's get going. It's basically, I think, going to go straight into a cutscene, so I'm probably not going to talk for a little while. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. And yeah, if for whatever reason you're here and don't follow Jello, go give Jello a follow.
Johnny wants my heart for Christmas. You know that, huh, Tommy?
You're safe here, Bob. Don't sweat it.
Well, B! Edge did it! Come here, sweetheart.
Nealon, it seems like a lifetime.
I'm sorry. I have no memory of you.
You really can't remember this pretty boy face of mine?
I'm sorry.
Hell. Well, we all lost bits and pieces in the war. But you're free, sweetheart. That's what counts.
I guess. Feels like I'm lost.
First things first, sister. Let's get you out of those straps.
So obviously this character is Nilin. This is the character that we're playing as, who has escaped from the Bastille and had her memory wiped.
That glove over there, it's yours. I rescued it from your safe house, along with your fancy combat skin. Lucky thing they caught you on a day off. Now this is 100% Nilin. Way above the model I used to use. It's beyond me, sister. You're the only one who can use it.
What did they do to you?
Down there, in La Bastille. Unlike you, I had to stay for the whole program. Well then, let's get you changed. Your combat skin is in the locker.
For some reason I actually thought this cutscene was longer than it is, but it's actually, thankfully, not too long. Hey Hecky, you're right. Nice to see you. They are. I'd not thought that before, but actually, yeah, you're right. They are like robotic fried eggs.
Johnny! The big advantage with the natives is they've got the memory of a goldfish. No risk of him turning you over to Olga Sedova.
The bounty hunter? Is she dangerous?
Determined. She'll turn the slum inside out to catch you.
Not just to catch you. Typical brain rat. Barely outside and already working.
Nilin?
This is for you, David.
So yes, this is literally where we left off at the end of last stream. Yeah, Hecky, I've literally just started. This is my second official stream. Basically, I thought since it's the 10th anniversary of this game, remember me, and basically, well, actually, I said that nobody else was streaming it, and then I had a quick look this afternoon. I was like, oh, actually, there's a few people that are playing it at the moment. But yeah, it was Don't Nod's first game. Don't Nod, Bill, subsequently Life is Strange, and Tell Me Why. But this was like the first game that they ever released over 10 years ago. And it's the 10th anniversary of coming out. So I thought I would give it a go. give the streaming malarkey a go. Basically just to play this game. Because as I say, not many people are particularly playing it. And I quite enjoyed it when I last played it. So I thought I would, yeah, see what all the fun is about. Cool. Right. So yeah, this is where we left off with obviously we've been confronted by Olga, and you kind of notice at this point we're being given the option to remix memory. So I'm not gonna really say anything about that because it's the bit that we're about to do. But as I say, if you've played the first Life is Strange game, I think elements of what we're going to do now you'll sort of recognise what we're doing. So yeah, this is called memory transfusion.
for you, David.
This memorial transfusion has a good chance of healing your husband, Mrs. Sedova. Shared happy memories have an extremely positive impact on patients. The syndrome that your husband suffers from is a classic. Excessive memorial deletions, acute dependency on exterior mnemonic triggers, aggravated risk of fading identity. Short, the inevitable shattering of already fragmented personality. Here, these endorphins should lubricate the process and help ease his receptivity to the transfusion.
I mean,
Come
he
on,
doesn't,
David.
doesn't look well, does he?
Remember
Particularly.
us. Remember yourself.
Memorial transfusion complete.
Don't worry. NMP is the best hospital for the treatment of memorial afflictions. Everything will be all right. With time.
Yes, of course.
Ah, good. The initial results are encouraging. We need to schedule more treatments. Great deal more. It's an extremely expensive process.
Continue, Dr. Quaid. I can cover his treatment.
So yeah, we're now into like the memory remixing sequence. So obviously we've seen what the memory looks like, and what we can now do is go back basically to the beginning of the memory, play it back through, but we can alter elements of it as we go back through it, which is, if you played the first Life is Strange game, basically the power. I've completely forgotten the name of the character. Basically, the power that the character in the first Life is Strange game has, and I think this is quite a fun. It's quite a fun bit. There is some footage out on the internet of the original, not the original game, because it was significantly different the original game, but sort of beta footage of this, and it involves a memory remixing sequence that we'll play later on in the game. But kind of shows you how that is. So that obviously this was a big thing that they were trying to push when they were developing the game. So yeah, our objective is to alter this scene so that Dr. Quaid kills David Sedova instead of curing him, because obviously the memory that Olga has is that he's being cured. Admittedly, it's going to take a lot of treatments and a lot of money, which is why she's after Nilin. But what our objectives do now is to actually kill him instead, or at least as far as her memory is concerned, that she thinks he's been killed. So yeah, we need to find memory glitches that we can interact with in the scene. And yeah, so we can rotate backwards and hold RB to rewind faster. Do RB, my thumb is gonna fall off. Yeah. So the game will indicate to us where there are memory glitches. So for example, here is one that we can use. Because this is the first memory, it's obviously going to walk us through a lot of
best hospital for the treatment of memorial
what we're doing in this
afflictions.
sort of section. I mean, the only bits that I can think, in answer to your question, Joelo, did they ever use any of these ideas anywhere else?
Yes.
Is this sort of memory changing bit that they used in the first Life is Strange?
Ah, good. The initial
I
results
can't think of anything else that I've seen in any of the Don't Nod games that's particularly come from this game necessarily.
It's an extremely expensive process.
Continue, Dr. Quaid. I can cover his treatment.
I wonder if it's one of those things that I wonder if they can't use them, because the whole Capcom owns the IP for it, so I guess they have to be very careful about what they potentially reuse in the game. So yeah, so obviously what this is now telling us is that actually just unlocking the strap didn't do anything. Uh, all it did was, yeah, it had no effect on the outcome of the memory. So what we're going to kind of do now is go back through the memory a few times, find a few of these glitches. Try and remember if I can actually remember which ones we need to activate to complete this. But there are a number of glitches we can do that will give us the objective. I have a feeling there's only certain ones you can activate that will give you the ending. I don't think there's multiple combinations that will give you the ending. I think there's only one or two, or possibly even just one. Yeah, find the right combination of memory glitches to make Dr. Quaid kill David. So let's go back. Let's have a look and see what we've got. So yeah, rewinding this is going to undo that glitch, but we can go forward again to reactivate it, obviously.
An MP is the best hop.
So yeah, cancelling that one out. So we've got another one there, which allows us to take off the anaesthetic mask. Go backwards on here. Invert that one, okay. Big machine.
Already fragmented personality.
Just like that, because it's like big machine. What is this big machine doing? Yeah, so we can move the trolley. Okay, yeah, so we can switch those capsules. Okay, yeah, so that's the end of the memory on there. So I don't know if anybody's got any ideas about what you think we might want to activate. What have we got again? We've got... So we've got the capsules that can switch. We can move the tray. We can activate the big machine. And we can change... invert the memory flux. Can undo the mask, and we can undo the wrist restraint. Anybody have any particular ones that want to give it a go? I mean, there isn't a dance machine per se. There's a machine that goes ping, and that's it. I don't actually know what it does on its own. Oops.
Already fragmented personality. Here, these endorphins should lubricate the process.
That might literally be all it does.
His receptivity to the transfusion.
Memorial transfusion complete.
Come on, David. Remember us.
Well, let's give that one a go.
Memorial flux inversion in progress.
Help ease his receptivity to the transfusion.
Doctor, he's pouring into me.
Sedova?
Collapse of donor identity imminent.
The dry stench of screams. Where is my faith?
It's impossible!
Sever my flesh!
Quarantine! Quarantine!
So empty. So
It almost feels a little bit like Remedy. Remedy pinched that from for Control. It feels so much like she's sort of reciting some of the stuff that came out of Control there, which I guess is almost what the Leapers are a bit like. But yeah, inevitably you can't perform memory bugs that kill yourself. That obviously would be interesting. So it's definitely not that one that we need to do, at least. So if nobody has anything in particular they want
Good chance of
me to try out, I have a feeling I remember what I need to do to
memories have an extremely
complete this one.
dumb patient. Listen to that shit. Deletions.
So I think we need to switch those capsules. I think we need to move the trolley. And I think once we get here, oops, no, we don't want a memory. We can convert that one.
This is unusual.
Doctor, what's wrong?
He's a little flustered, that's all. Nothing to worry about. Try to focus on peaceful memories.
So I think we have to... Where's the mask gone? Take the mask off.
Remember yourself.
Child of the clouds, where do you crawl? What? The flies eat me! The flies hate me!
Oh yeah, I was about to say, I don't know whether the strat is going to let us unlock the strap. I couldn't know if that was one that it would let us do, but...
How is this possible? Take my eyes! Filthy degenerate, die!
There we go. Yeah, so I don't think we actually had to move the tray. I think that's indicating the 3 that we had to do on there. Obviously, change the capsule, take the mask off, and undo his hand so that he could also grab the doctor. I don't think we actually had to do the trolley. That was just a bonus one, but... Hey, Fleck, you're right. Nice to see you.
I'm not here to take you in. Do you still plan to take down Memorize?
Yes.
Then we share the same enemy.
Well, there's a turnaround. I mean, a happy turn-up. For everyone.
I know Olga has her own reasons.
Actually, just the one reason.
The great Olga Sedova siding with the Errorist Revolution. Must be something in the water.
Last time I took you in, you were young and quick on your feet. Just because you're not on my list doesn't make us drinking buddies.
Don't sweat it. I'll cancel the romantic weekend for 2. But Nilin has a rendezvous with high society, and the route is alive with surveillance. Have you got any ideas?
Oh, I got better than ideas.
That's the Nilin I know. A magician. Nobody can turn heads quite like you.
First you hit me, then you ruin my little business. You want a love-hate relationship, you got one.
Whatever, we're wasting time.
Thanks. Tommy, truly.
You haven't lost it, sweetheart. Edge was right to bet it all on you. Everybody's counting on you!
I think that's actually the end of chapter 1 at that point.
My head may still be full of amnesia, but the risks Tommy and Edge have taken to free me have got me feeling troubled. Now they want me to punish Neo-Paris's privileged few. Edge talks about a clandestine mission to be accomplished in the heart of the Saint-Michel Comfortress. About a brutal wake-up of this high-security district, making it fertile for the seeds of revolution. And why not? Though his fight is legitimate, it's his friendship that has been clinging to my drifting thoughts. Why did our enemies erase my memory? Am I really that dangerous? In my chest, my throat, on the tips of my fingers, I can feel the throb of the power that scares them so. It scares me too. The power to take what someone is, their memories, and bend them to my will. To rewrite their history. To play God. The mere thought sends me reeling. If this ability really is the core of who I once was, then I must relearn what has been taken from me. I must master this talent.
Oh, there we go. Episode 2. Hope the gym's going well for you, Fleck. Yeah, not many people have played this game at all, which is part of the reason why I decided I'd give the stream Malarkey a little bit of a go. Yeah, it's Don't Nod's first game, so before they became famous almost for Life is Strange and Tell Me Why as well, this was the first game that they ever built. So yeah, I don't think it's really that well known. And yeah, the soundtrack's absolutely fantastic. It's I can't pronounce the composer's name, I'm afraid. But it was done, I think, kind of as like a movie soundtrack almost. And it's the London, I think it's the London Symphonic that did it. It's certainly one of the big London musical groups that did the music for it. And yeah, they have basically cut the soundtrack up. The tracks are on YouTube Music, Spotify, wherever you get your music from, in their whole playthrough. But basically what they did for this game was they effectively recorded the whole soundtrack and then they cut it up into segments, so you get bits of the soundtrack played throughout, and it's disjointed and all that kind of thing. And it's actually only right at the end of the game that you actually even get the music from the title sequence. So when I started the stream, I was obviously at the title sequence, but you only get snippets of the soundtrack. You don't get the full title sequence until like the credits, I think it is, at the end of the game. And yeah, I think the composer was a bit like, what, you're going to get me to record this all and then cut it up into a video game. And they're like, yeah, but that's kind of the point. You obviously lost your memory. You're now starting to regain bits of it. So the point is to make it feel like you're getting snippets of the soundtrack as you go through, and it's only towards the end. But yeah, they had one of I think it was the Philharmonic that did it. So it's kind of like, they obviously really went out with the soundtrack for the game, to sort of make it as big budget as they could, almost. And for their first game as a studio, I mean, they had Capcom's obviously support as the publisher for it. But yeah, it's your first game as a big studio, as a studio, to be able to do that is, I think, pretty impressive, really. Yeah, I think the composer was like, "Oh, my poor soundtrack." As an interview, I'm gonna have to find it. Like, it's a full interview with the composer, and they were like, "Oh, it's fantastic" at the end of it. But yeah, I think they were at the start. They were like, "Oh, really? You're gonna cut the whole thing up?" Cool. Right. Let's get on to the next episode. I guess for those of you that watched the VOD from last week, we got a little bit of a sort of snippet of what Neo Paris is like. We're going to get more of a snippet of it. And I think a bit like when you climb sort of the first towers. Like when I played the first Assassin's Creed and I climbed the first tower to the top, I think it was the one in Jerusalem, I was like, oh my god, this view at the top is amazing. Like, you're going to get some really great views of Neo Paris shortly. I think that's what stuck in, I was like, I played this game to that point, I was like, oh wow, okay, this looks pretty cool.
Welcome to San Michel District. Thank you for flying, Air Sedova. Good hunting.
I could do with a guide.
No can do. Family business to take care of.
Your first target's name is Carrie Sheridan. I need some confidential codes hidden in her memory.
Who is she?
The most famous architect in Neo Paris. Stored in her brain is every detail of every building she's designed.
How do I find her?
Your contact goes by the name of Bad Request. He's waiting on the last floor of the San Michel Rotunda.
And actually, I think the track for this bit of the game, out of the whole soundtrack, is probably one of my favourites. Again, you're only going to get sort of snippets of it while we're playing the game. But yeah, the visual. Say this is a game from 2013. Like, the visuals in this are pretty stunning. And I'm playing this on my Xbox 360, so not exactly the newest of consoles, and yet sort of the graphics you get out of it are pretty amazing, I think. Anyway.
Nothing to see here, folks. Keep it cool, Dylan. Keep it cool.
Sorry, I'm waiting for someone.
Good for you, mate.
Please browse and choose a memory, then confirm your purchase.
I've also just been playing Deus Ex Mankind Divided, and I'm just looking at this map going, that reminds me of the tube. For people that have played that game, it reminds me of like the tube map that you get in Prague. That's pretty cool. Does anybody want any cash for their memories? Maybe. I know, but we've discussed it before, haven't we? It's Capcom, and
Behold the privileged few. Safe
the problem
with
is
their
that
little
because it
comforts,
didn't do well
while
from
others
their
live in
perspective,
suffering, a few
I
meters
don't
from
think
their
they'll ever
barricade.
remaster it.
No one
Unfortunately.
chooses which side of the
It's on
firewall
sale
to
on
grow up
Steam.
on.
It's
But,
not their
you know.
selfishness that I condemn,
Yeah.
sister. It's their eagerness to forget everything that bothers them.
I simply must have that dress for Simon's birthday. It's to die for.
If you're still suffering from the delusion that you can still get into that size, you need a send checkup.
This is also one of the things I like about this game, is that you can just drop in on sort of random little conversations that people are having. It's quite cool. So where are we going?
Citizen, in accordance with the sanitary charter of Neo-Paris, access to the docks is forbidden.
So it sounds a bit like me, croaking away.
And the Lord rearticulated, recalled, packet by packet, from amidst the collective recollections of his scattered faithful, shall form a new word. And then the Lord reassembled. Let me dream a little longer.
Right.
Don't
Let's
let anyone.
get on. San Michel Richard. This way.
Cursed machine.
I have a feeling that might be the person that's from the
I'm late.
intro
I'm late.
video.
Dear Lord, I'm so very sorry, madam. Hey, are you okay? Should I call
Yeah,
for
it is a bit
emergency
Bioshock. I've not thought of that at the time.
No,
Yeah.
no. Hey, I'm fine. If you should desire to file a complaint, my identification has been saved by your Sensen terminal. Good day.
Finally! I've been waiting 20 minutes!
Those characters look a little bit like what was that other game that came out recently that you played? Jolo, the other one that was set in Paris. I'm trying to remember what the game was called. They look a little bit like the main character in that one. Honestly, I didn't think before I started this I would get, everybody goes, oh, you get streamer brain when you're streaming, and it's like...
Is this your address, ma'am?
Yes.
Literally is a thing.
Yes, I think so. Thank you.
At your service. If you're prone to intermittent memorial access, you should activate your odd compass before going out.
Wait, looks like we have another one there. Miss, are you okay? You seem lost.
It's her, the escaped memory hunter.
Okay. Patrol 17 log. Escaped suspect ID'd. Recovery in progress.
Now I try to remember how to do the fighting in this game. Yeah, so this is the bit that I think was basically Capcom's request was, some of this sort of like fighting style, which I think was the thing the game got slated for, unfortunately.
We want her alive! In your face! You like that, don't you? Is that all you can do? I need to reboot and make you dance all night. What did you do to me? Buddy. Sensors down! Sensors down! Sensors down! You're
Yeah, so if we perform enough of the power ones, we get the finishing mode, one of the finishing moves, which was the overload. It tells us.
Can't see it. Careful, you might break a nail.
To overload them. Yeah, I mean, it's not horrendous. I think people just said it's really repetitive, and I guess maybe for the type of game they were trying to create, it, I guess didn't feel like it worked necessarily, if that makes sense. For the genre of the game, it's probably not the kind of combat you would expect. Maybe. Super slow-mo there.
Taking the high road, huh? Your instincts are coming back to you.
Who were they?
The uniforms.
Saber Force. Private police financed by Memorize. Crowd control with a smile.
She's around here someplace. Sweep and search. She's a pro, so keep it tight.
Okay, I've got to get another key to unlock. Let's do that one. Yes. Okay, so we have got a chain on there. If I can remember to use it. Oh.
Hey, Errorist! I'm putting you in hospital.
Please don't. Thanks. Yeah, so here, just to add even more things into the mix, we also get these things called Sense and Furies, that once you've done a certain number of attacks on a person, you can use these various ones, and we'll get a few. We end up with 5 throughout the game, and this is the first one that we get, this Sense and Fury 1, which basically just lets us kind of like do much more damage between the enemies that we're fighting. So, yeah. Oh yeah, so we don't have to worry about the combos at this point. We're just literally just hitting, hitting people as much as we can in a combo. Actually, how long it takes? It's not that long. Yeah, got 57 seconds.
Get her down. You got me! My senses in your right screen! Is that one? Low blow. I need to reload.
Do I have to do those? Quiet. Oh, I think we get a slightly easier one later on, just like XXX, YY or something like that. It's just a bit odd to be swapping between X and Y all the time. Okay, yeah, so people might remember that I said we'd get another class of press N at some point through this. So yeah, what we've now got, in addition to the attack ones, the damage ones and the regeneration ones, which are the top 2, we've now also got these cooldown ones. So by putting these into the chain of moves that we're doing, we cool down the S-Pressons, so the Fury one that we just used, we get to cool that one down so that we can use it earlier on. Can I not add one now? Because it's probably out.
One more! You won't show up very long. Like that doesn't shit! What did you do to that? You're no You got me! That makes me dance all night!
Fury. The annoying thing with this, unless I've missed it somewhere, it doesn't actually indicate how much health anybody's got, so you're basically just hitting them until they drop.
What did you do to that? Healing.
Oh, okay, I was doing it too quickly. Okay. Oh, thanks. I don't know if that's the thing that I can specifically turn that down. Let's have a look. I could turn down the sound effects volume. That might do it. Yeah, let me know if that's better. But yeah, thanks for letting me know. It's kind of one of those that I was like, oh, how do I adjust the volume to make it sort of super loud? I really want to keep the music in. I don't want to turn the music down. But yeah, we'll see what that means.
Patrol 17! Answer, damn it! Come on, guys, where are you?
Oh, that's the one. I was trying to remember what the faster button was. There we go.
What's this bad request guy look like?
Young, nervous, dumb haircut. A wannabe memory hunter faithful to the cause.
Don't talk about my haircut like that.
And he's your biggest fan.
Dumb haircut indeed. How rude. Good.
This way. For your own safety. Stay locked down. Max is going nowhere. Okay, clear. Keep moving up.
It also feels very, very Tomb Raider, these bits. I think I said that last time. It was like, it feels very Tomb Raider. Not that I'm going to complain. Do you like Tomb Raider? As I'm sure anybody that's known me for a while will know.
You're almost at the Rotunda, and Saber Force has lost your trail. Well done.
Liberty, equality, fraternity. Do you remember those promises? The climate change refugees are not... What's wrong with you? You okay?
It's my Memuchino. I ordered it too strong.
Memuchino. If David was here, I'm sure he'd have something to say about that. Yeah, I don't feel like I've ever mentioned it before, but I kind of quite liked him with it. Yeah. Did I mention I liked Assassin's Creed as well?
Big Charlie and his grand schemes. Always striving for utopia, but creating hell on the way. That damn Sensen network was his first stab, and look how that's turned out.
He's the boss of Memorize.
No, he's the star genius. The capricious talent that gets to tinker away in his ivory tower. Memorize CEO is his wife, Scylla Cartier-Wells. One name, two heads, 1,000 reasons to bite your fingernails.
Nemopolis, a radiant future conceived by Charles Cartier-Wells. Remember, long live La Commune. Nemopolis, your release from fear is at hand. Close by is a prison. Nemopolis. Live in perfect trust with your neighbor. Openness, freedom from fear. Nemopolis, a radiant future.
Why do you keep uninstalling it because you haven't got enough disk space to play other games? I've actually got to do DLC at some point. I bought the extra DLC that wasn't included in the season pass.
Nilin the Hunter, I'm your biggest fan.
Thanks.
I've already scouted a route. It's not the first time I've been shopping in the land of the rich.
I'm looking for the architect's offices.
Everything's in here. An hour ago, I memorized the ideal path to avoid the surveillance drones. You just need to take it. It's an incredible honor to get opened up by the best. Like having your autograph.
I mean, honestly, the innuendos in this game.
You done? Did you get everything?
Yes.
Follow my past. A trail of rememberings with everything you'll need to get past the drones through the Comfortress, all the way to Cowrie Sheridan. I've sprinkled the route with memo boys, anchored just so. They'll tell you when to activate my remembrance. And I appreciate the fact that you didn't siphon my head. For a second there, I thought you might wipe our encounter. Remember you soon.
He's my biggest fan.
So once again, introduced to another mechanic. We do at some point stop having new mechanics introduced in the game. But yeah.
Hello, Nilin. If everything went to plan, you were talking to me a few minutes ago, and you've now got access to this remembrance. Repeat what I do, and you'll be able to work your way through to your target. You better be ready, because here we go. Your Sensen will overlay the space around you with the memories I have of this area. Using your glove, you can synchronize with them to reveal hidden information. There you go. I'll let you synchronize. We'll meet up on the other side.
So I guess this is almost a little bit like synchronizing viewpoints in Assassin's Creed, for example. You know, it's kind of like these little steps that you've got to do to reveal more of the level that you're playing. And of course, some more bad guys to fight. Yeah, so you gain focus every time you hit an enemy and every time you get hit. And when we overload them, we get a focus bonus, and then we can use those to use the presents that we've got, basically.
Low blood. Black like that, don't you? I can't see it.
Oh, the detectives. I'm trying to remember that. Detroit become human. I must have forgotten that bit. But yeah, I have a feeling it's been kind of used in a few different games. Like it's not a kind of, I guess it's not a new mechanic per se, but yeah.
Hey, I'm back. Ready to play Follow the Leader? Hey, I'm back. Ready to play Follow the Leader?
Like 2 minutes ago, full health, and now I'm like, oh, gritty. Here's a bit of health. I'm sure there's a health thing around here somewhere.
Great.
When you cross the drones, be careful. They don't ask questions first, if you see what I mean. Stay clear of their detection cones, and you got nothing to worry about. Problem is, seeing their detection cones. I threw together a device that allows me to see them as an overlay on my Sensen, so each time you activate my remembering, you'll be able to see them through my memory. Just a little jump to the finish line. God damn it! That was not how to do it.
I mean, that's certainly one way to have your gym moment interrupted. Somebody smashing in through your window.
With Christmas murder, you get the best of Christmas all year round.
This kid Christmas. I knew him. He's a memory hunter like me.
Was. He's the shame of your profession. Could have been a genius, but he traded his soul for a fat paycheck.
Kind of don't want to stick here for too long. I'm not entirely sure what piece of music this is, but it is quite a nice little sort of interlude where you're playing, you know, a bit of a robot playing some music. That's fancy. I don't think we go this way. But focus piece will be useful later on. Hey, meat. Hello there, everybody. I made the joke when I've been talking to a few people about the fact that I'm streaming. You think meat's stream is hand cranked? Like, literally, mine is probably the most hand cranked stream that there is. I hope you're all well. Thank you for the raid, Meat. It's lovely to see you. Joe, could you give me a shout out, please? I saw that you. I guess you must have got the notification that I'd gone live because I was like, oh, the minute I went live, I was like, oh, I've got a shout out from me. So that's yeah, Beth. We do love a hand crank stream. I feel like I've been dropping hints that I was going to stream this game at some point. Probably in your stream, Meat. So yeah. Finally, I'm live. So welcome everybody from Meat Stream. I hope you're all well. Friends who love Rush. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the Rush sound command, and I'm gonna have to make it play that sound just for you. If I ever get I don't particularly plan to do the streaming thing all that often. I'm basically just playing this game, and then we'll see where I kind of go from here. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get that at some point if I do decide to do this a bit more often. How was the game? I've not had a chance to sort of drop in and see you playing it, but I hope you are enjoying it. If you've all been with me for a while, obviously feel free to sort of disappear off, lurk. I don't have a lurk command. You're very welcome to type exclamation mark lurk. It won't do anything. But yeah, I hope you're all well, and thank you for bringing over your community. I will do my best to entertain them. I don't think I'm going to be here for too much longer. I had planned to play this a lot earlier this evening than I had, but oh, it's good. Frustratingly hard puzzle platforming. Nice. I hope you're enjoying it, even if it is frustrating. I think this is going to get frustrating because it's 10 years since this game was released. Most people have never seen it before. It was Don't Nod's first game, so if you ever played Life is Strange or Tell Me Why, it was the first game they built before they did Life is Strange, basically. But there's elements that kind of got taken into Life is Strange. So we had a section when I started that is where I got to at the end of sort of my last stream last week, where she was remixing somebody's memory, and that's very similar to the power that the main character in the first Life is Strange game has. So you can kind of see that they've taken elements and put them into the games that they work on. Although this ended up being published by Capcom, and I have a feeling that a lot of the IP is still owned by Capcom, which is the reason it's not been remastered. I'm playing this on my 360. So I don't know how much Don't Nod's been kind of allowed to take into their other games. But certainly that mechanic was kind of translated into Life is Strange 1, at least. Right, I'll go on and play this a little bit more. But thank you for the raid, meet. It's lovely to see you, and it's lovely to see your community, and I hope you're all keeping well. So for those that don't know, I was at Euro Disney at the weekend for their Pride event, and I have a feeling some kids were licking the rides, so I've come back with a bit of a sore throat and a bit of cold. So I'm pushing through. But I have a feeling we're in episode 2 now, and I have a feeling we are not too far from the end of this episode, but we'll see. And certainly these bits are very, very Tomb Raider. We were just discussing this earlier, like how much of these sort of bits feel a bit of Tomb Raider, a bit Assassin's Creed, I guess. I have a feeling the first Assassin's Creed had come out by this point. I can't remember what year the first Assassin's Creed came out, but probably before this. But yeah, this is very much the kind of feels like the Capcom influence on this game, kind of like combo fighting style. A lot of the game got criticised, I think, by game review. But it's not too bad once you remember what you're doing, isn't it?
Like that, don't you?
Oh, thank you. Yeah. We had this one before where we were saying the fight music was maybe overwhelming me speaking a bit, so I turned that down. Maybe I'll. Problem is, I don't want to turn the music down too much. You don't get it quite as much in these sequences, but the music, it's fantastic for this game. I was saying earlier, because Fleck was in briefly, I was saying earlier, I think it's the London Philharmonic that did the soundtrack for this. But they kind of cut it up, so you get little segments of the game soundtrack all the way through. And so I kind of don't want to drown it out too much, but I guess if I'm talking over the fighting rather than paying attention to what I'm doing, you probably can't hear me. Plus, I also have literally got a really rubbish mic, so literally doing the stream off like 20 quid. Phew. That's them done with. And yeah, I was just saying for a game that's, well, you can't see as much on this bit, but for a game that's 10 years old,
Am I going to be
graphics
climbing
this
much
game
longer?
is fantastic,
Tori Sheridan
really.
loves to contemplate her creations from her balcony. Keep following bad requests, remembrance.
Yeah, so I was saying when I played this last week that it isn't sort of open worldy, this game. It's very much, you are told where to go when you're playing through sort of levels. I mean, there's obviously some elements of, you know, you can navigate through the levels however you want to, but for the most part it's telling you
To get to the other side,
we're wanting
we're
to go.
going to exploit a privacy statute that forbids drones from scanning through walls. To get to the other side, we're going to exploit a privacy statute that forbids drones from scanning through walls.
Well, I'd synchronize that one quick enough, but
Try to keep up.
doing my best, honestly. So yeah, obviously we're trying to get around that drone on the outside, but previously
Well,
we would have
here
been
we
scanning
are.
this bit.
I just hope
Killed
all
us.
this worked out and I'm not just talking to myself. Good.
I mean, I think that's a comment for streaming, right? Just talking to yourself constantly. Exactly me. I'm trying my best. Leave me alone.
You duped Olga, but you deal with Kid Christmas now, pumpkin.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about earlier. Sort of these points where you just kind of see the world behind the game, like more bits of the world. I just think for a game that's 10 years old, I mean, it's probably what a static image in the back if I'm being technical or whatever, but kind of like, wow, that's pretty impressive, I think. Go in.
She got me! One more! Ready?
Yeah. Oh, just managed to kick
You're
out.
no match, little girl. What did you do to that?
You should be close to your target now.
What kind of memory am I looking for exactly? Inside this woman's head.
Miss Sheridan directs the Phoenix Project, the Neo-Paris global renovation. I want to know the secrets of the San Michel Dam.
The dam overlooking the district. Why?
Let's just say I'm a believer in the free circulation of persons and goods.
Don't call me out like this when I've just got back from Paris. A believer in the free circulation of people and goods. Yeah, exactly. I agree. But, you know, stupid UK and all that. Hi, Alana. How are you? You alright?
Checking on the measurements for number 62. You know what that measurement means? No, that is not right. I need to check those measurements again. Where was I already? The dam? No, not the dam, huh? That's strange. It's really strange.
I mean, salsa and chips does sound like a good meal, if I'm honest.
Transfer them to me.
Edge, your bit rate's tumbling.
Someone's trying to hijack our comms. Try to get somewhere higher. Hurry. I'll see if I can find
Bit rate's
a clean
tumbling.
channel.
Oh god, quick! We don't like tumbling bit rates around here. Could you give Alana a shout out when you get a sec, please, Joe? I'm a puzzling. Talking about puzzling. Damn it. Thanks, Solo. And this will be the remainder of the stream, me trying to complete this one section. Oh, damn it. It's like, it's not that difficult. Except apparently it is. Now we go. Yeah. Phew. You're not the only one, Alana. Everybody that's come in is like, I've never seen this game before. It's like, it's kind of the reason why I thought I would stream it. And there is another fantastic team of Neo Paris. Just this was the bit that I was like, this is very akin to like the first Assassin's Creed when you climb the tower and go, wow, just look at that. Look at that. So amazing. No worries, Cloco. That's absolutely fine. Trendsetter showing his new games. I mean, if there's nobody else streaming it on Twitch, maybe. There's been a few people playing it from time to time. So, don't think I'm that much of a trendsetter, but I appreciate it. Got enough health, so that's good. Processing, please wait. That's very much the, this bit of the level is loading, please wait. And of course, the cathedral in France does not quite look like that right now.
Do you read me? Nilin,
Edge,
do you read?
I read you.
I got around kids' malware. Send me the codes.
What?
Hurry.
There's somebody else playing this game right now.
Uploading them.
Are you sure it's just not me? I got like
Perfect.
2 accounts going.
All that's left to do is to hack into the San Michel Dam mainframe.
Caught red-handed. You errorists are shameless. Nilin, all these years and still choosing the losing side.
We know each other.
You were one of the best memory hunters ever. big girl. Maybe the best, but you took a different road. And look where that got you. A criminal, hunted, and a head full of holes. Political ideals are so last millennium.
You always waste so much saliva! Or is it just when you're on the air?
You always had that cocky, loudmouth thing going for you. I'm gonna enjoy this. Time for the Christmas show!
He is certainly a character, Alana. I will give you that. Certainly a character.
No rules, no foul.
And interestingly, this was one of the achievements that I did recently
right
for this game. It's defeat him in under 3 minutes or something like that.
Okay, you've earned a taste of kids' hammers. It's time to meet the Spider! Yeah! Come on! Yeah! Who is number one? Mace in your face. Come on! You can take it.
Oh!
Can't. Leave me alone.
Eat dirt. You gotta admit, you got grit.
You better be sandbagging,
Any damage.
or you're in trouble.
This is probably the one where I actually should have put the cooldown pressing in my chain.
Bet you felt that.
Fury
She
one.
wants to make a...
I mean, honestly, Alana, neither is Nilin. She just literally
Take my
did.
gift. Boom! Right there. Mace in your face. Bet you felt that.
Oh!
Yeah, might change. What have I got? This one to that one. Down on my Fury one.
Take my gift.
Oh no, don't take notes, Alana.
Well done, big girl.
I'm gonna
We're
like
here
finish
through
the
to the
stream and get like
final
a
segment of the show.
list of notes from Alana. This is what you should do.
Excellent proposition. It's time for Sudden Death!
No worries, Alana. Lovely to see you. Enjoy your episode of Ted Lasso. I'm probably not going to be streaming this for too much longer now. I wanted to kind of get to the end of this episode, which I think is fairly close now. So yeah, I'm going to get to the end of this, and then I'm going to disappear off, and then I'll come back and do some more at some point. I don't actually know when. I haven't got a fixed schedule. It's just whenever I kind of feel like playing some of it. Lovely to see you regardless.
Come on! That's the best you got! Louder! Louder! Hush, kids! Christmas! No rules! No foul! Yeah! Gotta admit
Get
it.
the hint and
Got
stay
grit.
down.
Gotta admit it. She's got grit. Come on. You can take it. Bet you felt that. Boom! Right there.
Drop a quick dolly then.
Dig my style. Bet you felt that.
Come on. Oh, kid. All these years, and still on the losing side.
No, not here. Not in front of my fans.
Sorry, kid.
No, wait, we can talk. I can give you a whole other...
So that music is actually a bit of the hint of the theme tune of the game.
Nealon.
Just sort of getting through on this bit.
Thanks to the codes you sent me, the Errorist counterattack will begin in just a few minutes. Use all this confusion to get out and make your way to Slum 404.
Yeah, so we've now picked up another, well, a weapon that we can actually use. Because up until now it's been all hand-to-hand combat, effectively. Like, there's not really been any weapons that we could use. But the spammer is actually now a weapon that we can start to make use of while we're sort of playing through. So yeah, you can actually target things and shoot. There we go.
The main is milling. This time, you'll remember me.
At 10:47 this morning, sirens blared throughout the entire city when the Saint-Michel Dam suddenly opened, releasing billions of liters of water from the Saint-Louis artificial lake into the peaceful Saint-Michel district. As you can see on these Sen-Sen images, the gigantic wave swallowed everything in its way. The scale of this catastrophe is difficult to imagine at this time, as the Neo-Paris authorities are already reporting dozens dead and several hundred missing. On the other side of the dam, the sudden lowering of the water level has not gone without consequence for the inhabitants of Slum 404, a neighborhood well known for ongoing social unrest. The Sabre Force has immediately been deployed in and around the area to contain any potential riots. Indeed, the now empty Saint-Louis Lake has put an end to the isolation of the Bastille Fortress, home of the most dangerous criminals in Neo-Paris. Stay tuned for more.
Can you guess where we're going next? Oh, very shortly anyway. I'll let this video play. I was just thinking actually, shall I leave it there? But actually, if I let this video play, then I'll leave it at the end of this bit, and then we'll be at the start of a new episode.
Using the architect's codes I'd stolen, Edge sabotaged the Saint-Michel Dam, flooding the Comfortress. According to him, it was just desserts for those who only worried about their own comfort. Why did I do what he asked? I could have left the city. Invented myself a new life somewhere else. But I wanted to come back to being public enemy number one. Was it part of who I am? Have we brought justice for the outcasts of Slum 404, or have my actions condemned them to more suffering? Only a militant believes that the ends always justify the means. Ed revealed to me that my memory had been conserved in the fortress of the Bastille since my conviction. I have to go there and recover my true self. The only way to get into the Bastille is with the memories of Johnny Greenteeth, a colourful resident of Slum 404. The problem is that no one knows who he really is, or where he hides out.
Well, I suppose we're going to be tracking him down. So yeah, this is the next episode, High Tension, Deep Exit. As I say, the innuendos in this game are just like, really? Honestly, how did they get away with them? I don't know. Cool, I'm going to leave it there then. Well, I hope you've enjoyed a few more bits of Remember Me. I've actually enjoyed playing it back through again. As I say, aside from playing a bit of it last year when I managed to get it, I think I'd had it on disc at some point, and that got lost in a house move or whatever. So I didn't have it. So I got a digital copy last year, because that's, I think, basically the only way you can get hold of it now, from like second hand. And played a few bits through, like that boss battle, because there's an achievement for, as I say, I think killing him in like 3 minutes or something like that. So I played that boss battle and a few other bits of the game through, but I do actually have to do a hard playthrough at some point. So actually, this is good practice for me playing it through on relatively easy, shall we say. So yeah, I hope everybody's enjoying the game so far. I'm enjoying being back in it. I'm definitely going to stream some more of it at some point. Don't think I'll get a chance this week, but I might do some more next week. I don't particularly have a fixed schedule for when I'm playing it. I'm just playing it as and when I feel like it. Today probably not the best thing given how croaky I am. But I wanted to play some more of it while it's in its 10th anniversary month, year, I guess. Cool. Let's see, I'm going to leave it there. I probably will go and raid David, and I will see whether this works, because it didn't let me raid Joey the last time I tried to raid Joey, probably because I was such a small, like, never streamed before person. We shall see whether David will let me raid him. Let's have a quick look. Aha, it does. Cool. Right, we're going to head off. I'm going to say hello to David. Is a lovely Canadian streamer. He's a great friend of this community. You know, great friend of Alana, great friend of Meat, of Cholo, and Cloco as well. Raiden. Yeah, maybe Joey had a setting that wouldn't let me raid him at that point. But obviously it's working for David, which is great. So thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed the game playthrough so far. I say I'll be playing this again at some point soon. But I'm sure I will see all you lovely people over in David's stream shortly, and obviously in other streams throughout the week. Jolo's streaming tomorrow. Meet, I think, is streaming on Thursday. I don't know if Alana's streaming again this week. Hecky, who was in earlier, will be streaming at some point, I'm sure. Fleck, that was in earlier, will be as well. Cool. Love to see you all. See you all again soon. Bye.